I think that over time, I've stayed in for the last like 8 years. There's only a handful of coaches out there that do the TBAs, the USMTOs, the WKA, Waco, the IKFs, IFMA. So I haven't stopped, and we've literally stayed in fight camp for the last, I don't know, 8 years. And I think you just inevitably get better over time, maybe by osmosis, by watching, but I've learned insane amounts of lessons in such a small amount of time because I just kept on like staying in with the fighters. I messed up a lot, and then I kind of learned how to fix my mistakes by messing up over and over and over and over again. So I guess I got better because I messed up a lot. Probably the biggest mistake that I made was trying to be somebody else, right? I felt like I needed to prove myself. I feel like I needed to like fit this role of like a coach. And it took me a long time to kind of find my own stride and find my own personality as a coach. The way that I was brought up, it was lots of yelling and kind of like hyping people up and kind of being in the referee's face. And I'm not trying to say that I don't do that anymore. I do it a lot less because I found my own way of doing things. And as soon as I started to have confidence in myself and the way that I should be doing things, things have been going a lot better. So the biggest mistake I probably made was pretending to be something that I wasn't, and I was kind of out of my lane. Something positive that I think I've done is I always try to be nice. I just try to be friendly. I try to maintain like a positive atmosphere. Probably the two biggest fights that I could like think about that were like the most memorable, or the things that like had the most effect on me was maybe about 2 years ago. Sean fought a really bad fight. Sean Gorman had like a bad performance, and I think it was because I was on top of him during the fight and I was yelling, telling him to do this and that the whole time, and he still won the fight, but his instincts were better than mine. So instead of me having like this ego and trying to like constantly be like, do this, I let Sean's instincts take over, or I didn't let Sean's instincts take over. I removed myself from this whole thing, and I found that trusting the fighter is way, way better. So now my everything has changed. I don't try to make the fighter like a video game. I let them have their own instincts, and I encourage their instincts and I encourage their eyeballs, as opposed to me just kind of like yelling at them. Probably when I went to IFMA, I was there for 10 days and I just watched fights, and Kate fought, and I've never experienced such a high level for such a long time. I watched 30, 40 fights a day for 10 days straight. So that's not one fight, that's just like a week, 10 days of just like my brain being in Muay Thai. And I think as a coach, watching like the Russians and the Ukrainians and the Thais coach, I think that whole thing was a life-changing experience. I should thank my wife, Kate. She's been there since she was my very first fighter, and she is still fighting. So we've been together for a long time, and she's been with me in my shittiest times and my best times. She was with me when I had 0 fights as a cornerman. I didn't know how to wrap hands, and to the point where I'm at now. I'm not a G, but I've been around for a while, and she's been with me the whole time. If anybody wants to follow us, we're easy to get a hold of. 8 Limbs Academy on basically anything. I'm not much on Instagram, but if you follow me, you'll probably see pictures of my daughter. She's incredibly cute, and me goofing around holding pads for my fighters.
Please like, comment, subscribe, and share.